Hey Explorers, Kid Explorer here, and today I'm here to talk about we're going to keep traveling but travel sustainably. And this will be better for not only you, but also the planet. So in this video, I'm going to give you 5 tips for eco-friendly travel this September and beyond. So let's get into today's video. And before we do, again, I am Kid Explorer, and here on my channel I'll talk about all things travel, sustainability, and Atlanta. And if you are interested in those topics, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and notification bell. It is free for you to do so. And if you're already a subscriber, thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. Now let's get into these 5 tips for eco-friendly travel. First up, stop using disposable dishes. That means stop using the plastic forks and knives. Stop using the paper plates or styrofoam plates. Stop using the styrofoam cups or plastic cups and plastic water bottles. When you do this, these are one-time use items. Therefore, you're going to use it and throw it in the trash, hopefully recycling. If you heard me in other videos, you cannot recycle plastic that much. And also it takes plastic 400 to almost 1,000 years to decompose and go back into the planet. And we won't even get started on styrofoam because styrofoam is horrible. You want to eliminate that waste by reusing things. So take a reusable water bottle. I love my Brita bottle or my Cute bottle because it's collapsible and doesn't take up as much space. But the Brita bottle has a filter in it, so I love that as well to make sure I'm getting clean water or as clean as possible. And then you can also get reusable cutlery to take with you. You can take some forks out of your kitchen, but obviously knives get a little funny. So there are some more not as hazardous items out on the market that you can purchase, like bamboo, that you can wash and reuse as you travel. Or when you go to a restaurant, make sure you're asking to sit down and use the metal forks and spoons and knives as you go. So reuse items and it will definitely help. Another cool thing you can do is volunteer at local events. So when you travel the globe, maybe you can take a couple hours out of your time to go help with a local initiative to help that community in becoming more sustainable and helping the planet. So you can help with things like picking up waste or removing plastic from a local river or going to do a research study on the coral reef. I know in Aruba, I looked it up, but of course when I went, they didn't have the actual volunteer event happening, but they had a local waste cleanup to clean plastic off beaches. That is something you can sign up for. It's not going to take your entire day, but it will take maybe just a couple hours one morning to go out and help that community that you're actually visiting. So instead of just taking all the resources and stuff away from the locals, you're actually helping them and providing something back as you go. If you're unable to volunteer because of time constraints or they don't have anything going on at that time, you can always donate money to one of those organizations or try to travel when something's happening at that time, or make sure you do something when you get back home. Like for me, I always volunteer at Trees Atlanta every single month. So find something you can do locally while you're traveling or at home. Now, this is something that I just learned about in Condé Nast because I didn't even think about this because we have gotten so used to using cloud storage. So when I say this, I want you to make sure you go and declutter your digital items. So get rid of that digital clutter. I'm saying this because those photos or videos that you back up to the cloud, those documents that you back up to the cloud, those millions of emails that you have saved, they are all on the cloud somewhere. And cloud storage, more of that storage being saved or more of those items being saved out on the cloud storage takes a lot of energy from water into whatever it may be. It takes a lot of carbon usage to keep those items stored. So make sure you remove those unnecessary screenshots that you no longer need saved, or those duplicate photos that you have out there, or store them on an external hard drive. Try to keep your digital clutter down. Another thing that you can do is when you are in your hotel room, your Airbnb, your hostel, or wherever you are, is to manage the temperature in your room. Yes, you may be in a climate that is 90 degrees Fahrenheit or higher while you're there, and you like your place to be 68 degrees. That is putting so much strain onto the system there, meaning you're taking a lot of energy from that local community just to cool down your room. So some things you can do to manage your temperature is to keep the curtains closed in your room if it is summertime to make sure it stays cooler. Make sure you don't wear thick pajamas to bed so you are not burning hot when you go to sleep at night. Those are some things that you can do. But just kick it up maybe 1 or 2 temperature or degrees to make sure you're not overusing the system as you're traveling in your room. The same goes for winter time. In winter, open up those curtains. Unless the windows are bad and a lot of cold air is coming through, then you want to close those curtains. Again, make sure you turn down the temperature maybe a degree or 2 to stop the usage of so much energy from their heating system. And then make sure you wear thicker pajamas to bed so you can stay warm at night. Managing the temperature just by shifting it a few degrees will definitely help in energy efficiency while you travel. Lastly, you want to avoid zoos. Now, I don't know if there's zoos out there that does any conservation. There might be. I particularly have not been to zoos for years because I feel like animals are in captivity, which some of them are. So when you travel, try to find conservations or rehabilitation centers for wildlife to make sure that they're getting the best thing for them to get back into their environment if they can. I know some animals may not ever be able to re-enter their wildlife environment. A conservation or rehabilitation center should be working to get them back there unless they just can't. So check those out while you're there. Is a great way to see the local wildlife as well as giving back to the local wildlife. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed these 5 tips on eco-friendly travel this September and beyond. So let's recap these 5 different tips. 1, you can avoid zoos. 2, manage the temperature in your room. 3, volunteer at local events. 4, stop using disposable items. And 5, get rid of digital clutter. So I hope you enjoyed these 5 tips to become more sustainable, these sustainable travel tips so you can keep traveling but travel sustainably. So if you enjoyed this video, please make sure you hit the like button. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. It is free for you to do so, and it helps me provide more and better content to you in the future. And if you're already a subscriber, thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. Make sure you share this video with your friends, family, and social media networks so they can learn to become more sustainable as they travel as well. And if you're interested in supporting my business more, you can check out my merchandise shop, which is linked down below, or you can hit the thanks button to give me some tips for giving you these tips. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day or night wherever in the world you are. Bye.